Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Liberty Racing League. We've got 80 laps in store for you tonight here from Talladega in the Xfinity cars. We saw a really wild one last week with the MX-5s from Homestead. I expect this to be a little bit more normal. What do you think tonight, RJ?
I think it's going to be a fantastic race. I really do.
I think we're going to see a lot of good double wide racing tonight.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some tight racing, and I think we're going to see some good racing. And I just got my hopes up. So it's going to be a good show.
We didn't see a lot of wild wrecks in practice, so I think that's indicative. We're down a few drivers this week. I think Wes had told us pre-broadcast about 32 so far.
Something like that, yes.
So we are missing our series points leader tonight. That was Mr. Kyle Hendricks. He will not be with us tonight, unfortunately. We do have a couple of things. I got to check my notes here because Wes said he had some notes for me, and we'll get that. So
32 drivers.
All right. Well, the winner tonight's going to get $30. 20 will be going to the driver with the least amount of incident points at the race as well. So hopefully that helps curb some of that. They also have a new incident rule in effect tonight. First time a driver brings out a yellow and it's not deemed a racing incident, they'll be given an ELL as well as having to serve a drive-through penalty. And if they cause two, they're done for the night. So there'll be
an intense rule.
Very, very intense rule. So we'll be looking at cautions and things pretty closely. Obviously if a racing incident occurs, two drivers moving towards each other, that sort of thing, be a little bit more lenient. But obviously if something kind of crazy happens, then we could potentially see somebody getting an EOL or even a drive-through. And this is just in an effort to try to clean up the racing, have us go a little more green flag. So, but
it's going to be fun. It's going to be great.
It should be a good time. I'm digging some of these paint schemes I'm seeing. Trey Ashworth there in the Dale Senior, Dale Junior kind of Wrangler throwback deal.
I got to give props to James Poloski. I really like his paint scheme.
And his paint scheme for tonight also matches his truck that we'll see next week.
That's right.
I seen that showed off in the Discord earlier, so. But
looking for the other one.
They got about
I was kind of digging on Brian Wickham's paint scheme as well.
I
don't know why, but the Bass Pro Shop's paint schemes always looked so good to me.
I'm looking to see if we can get him on screen. Oh, and of course it's going to be not from the right angle. Yeah, that's the Bass Pro Shops club car. If I remember right, that was a Martin Truex paint scheme, wasn't
it? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, actually, the Saint of Speed Krispy Kreme paint scheme. That's a good one. Michael Muncie.
Let me see if I can find him. Oh, that's the yeah, it's like the knockoff of the Krispy Kreme donut car.
Absolutely. I love that one. And then like Mark Mann rocking the Batmobile.
Well, yeah. You mean to tell me you wouldn't rock the Batmobile?
Absolutely, I would rock the Batmobile.
I like it. All right, so we're going to roll into qualifying. So we'll just set to most exciting here as soon as they click in. There we go.
I'm sitting here enjoying one of the best grilled cheese sandwiches I think I've ever
Oh, we do have a newcomer tonight. We got Dennis Daly out there. We got old Double D in here. Robin was saying that she was a little upset because there's somebody else that can beat her, but I've seen her beat Dennis before. So that's a thing. But
Diggs, we're running 80 laps tonight.
We're gonna put the race info up on screen. So we got 80 laps tonight in the Xfinity car. We got one fast repair, 2 sets of tires, and realistically here, the Xfinity car doesn't chew through tires that bad.
Nice. Well,
so
that's make sets.
78 degrees out right now, 135 on the track. So we're almost to fast car temperature, guys. Ron, you'd be right at home. For the guys asking about the league, get with me post stream and I can get you some info. Chelsea's in the chat. I make good grilled cheese.
This is one of the best grilled cheeses I think I've ever had.
No, Justin, I did not set this race up. It is not hotter than the backside of Satan's you know what. Like I said, we're almost a fast car, but we're not quite. We're not quite. So actually, I kind of wonder if I do this, if it'll show me. So it's the usual May 15th at 1 o'clock. We're partly cloudy. So yeah, it's about on par for if you forecast it. So
it's going to be a good race. That one fast repair though, it's gonna calm. I think it's gonna calm things down.
I mean, they've been one fast repair all season, except for I think the Daytona 500 they did 2 because of length.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Mark Keteman Jr. on screen last week's winner. And Dennis on top right now.
Jeremy Reed going for it, but just falling short.
Yeah,
Robin Stevens putting it in 3rd.
Real close for Jeremy. Scott says that the track's too cold. Also, Chelsea said this is her crowning achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, the best grilled cheese ever.
It was a good one. Rick Sanchez putting it on pole.
Oh, Collier's second.
Clayton Conalodge taking 3rd.
Oh my God. How close are Sanchez and Collier if you check the results in iRacing? Is it a full straight triple digit tie? Oh my God, actually, Anthony English to the top.
Holy. Anthony English putting it on pole with a 54.448. Rick Sanchez at a 54.47. Rob Collier at a 54.479. Wow.
These boys are getting it tonight. And we thought Robin's qualifying was good. She's back to 20th.
Oh, wow.
So
Double D rocking out in 5th. Gabe Griffin qualifying 9th. Oh, yep, never mind. 10th.
We got just a few more, about 18 seconds left on qualifying. Kevin West on screen right now. Trailer Park, dude, you know he's streaming if we're racing, so.
Oh, yeah.
Diesel 80 laps tonight. All right. Well, that is qualifying, folks. Alrighty. So Anthony English gonna put it on pole with a 54.448. Rick Sanchez gonna be right behind him in 2nd. Rob Collier's gonna start 3rd. Clint Econologe 4th. James Mayer in 5th, Dennis Daly 6th, James Pileski 7th, Taylor Laskowski in 8th, Mark Keedeman in 9th, Gabe Griffin 10th, Wes Hogue going to start 11th, Brian Wickham is 12th. Moving back a little bit further in the field, Luke Underwood going to be 13th, Trey Ashworth 14th, Brandon Elvis is going to be 15th, Roy Grand going to be 16th, Michael Ziegler 17th, Jeremy Reed 18th, Adam Kolakowski 19th, Matt Yost is going to be 20th, Bob Leclerc 21st, TJ Floyd 22nd, Jeff Pete 23rd, Robin Stevens 24th, Gary Freeman going to be 25th, Kevin West Trailer Park Dude going to bring it from the back 26th, Joe Thompson's 27th, Mark Mann 28th, Andrew Schroeder is 29th, Michael Muncy 30th, Jason Stevenson 31st, and Rick Seabrand's 32nd. So 32 cars on the grid tonight. Get our ticker up and we'll get the stuff up on screen for everybody. All right, we do this every time we broadcast. What do we got for, and this is for chat too, who's your winner, how many cautions, when's the first caution coming out? Who you got?
I'm gonna say let's do 6 cautions.
All right,
First caution, lap 10.
okay.
Winner of the race, I'm biased to Robin, but I gotta say Double D.
All right, this is where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 3 cautions.
Okay.
First one not till lap 25.
Okay.
Winner of the race, I'm picking my wife. We'll see
Yes.
we'll see if she listened to me.
All right.
She gave me a bunch of shit during fast car. She said, "You never picked me." Well, I picked you. Get up there and show me how it's done.
I feel like she's always picked. It's just we don't talk about picking her very often.
That's
Like we
true.
always talk
That's
about
true.
picking other people, but we don't talk about picking Robin.
That's true. Looked like Rick Sanchez took an EOL. Got a few other guys taking some EOLs. Mark Mann, I think Rick Seabrands might have as well. I see a lot of shuffling around on my list, but Anthony English is going to bring it to the start. That's going to put Clint Econolodge in the high lane. So a little bit of shifting of the front field, but I think we should be good to go. And hopefully we can settle in for some good green flag laps. Don says 4 cautions, first one lap 5. Robbie Harris is calling for Dennis to win with 7 cautions, first one lap 4. Chelsea saying 5 cautions, first one on lap 15, the winner being Robin.
All right.
And Diesel saying that Robin would win if I was racing. Diggs says first caution lap 3, 12 cautions, winners Robin. A lot of Robin fans in the field tonight.
A lot of picks for the Queen. Let's see if she can do it. I think we're all team Robin. We just we don't want to hex her.
All right, pace cars off. As soon as we hit the restart zone, we're gonna kick this thing off. Let's do it.
There we go.
And as usual, we hit lap 3. If they're still green, we'll crank it up for you guys. Maybe if everything's really clean, we'll do it for a couple laps. So
Oh yeah.
that bottom lane getting a good jump. Rob Collier pushing away on the back of Anthony English. Top lane breaking apart a little bit here. Kind of shocked at how much the top lane just fell apart, actually.
It really did. I mean, you got the guys on the top line there trying to hold it together, but some of those guys just kind of went down into the bottom line.
I think some guys are. I think some guys are just going to be okay with dropping back.
I think you're going to see that big, just kind of chill strategy there in the beginning. Just let everybody kind of get comfortable, and then 80 laps. It's a lot of race.
Yeah, that is definitely true.
Side drafting through crossing the line here.
Clint Econolodge leads that outside line. Anthony English on the bottom. Clint's got Dennis right with him. Also seen the 83 car of Taylor Laskowski. Everybody's chill right now. Nobody really doing too many crazy moves. We're gonna get to the start finish area. We'll crank this thing up for just a little bit here, and let these cars sing for a minute.
Coming into 3 here, I can see that 5 is trying to, Michael Ziegler, he's trying to get that top line back up here to the front.
Ooh, Dennis getting a little loose. Don't know if he got a bad bump or what, but we're gonna step away for a second, and we're gonna let these guys duke it out for a minute.
Here we go.
Anthony English continues to be your leader. Rob Collier right behind him. Clint's still trying to hang that high lane with Dennis. Everybody kind of holding steady, though.
Everyone's behaving.
Mystery says, so many Robin fans, let's fight the current a bit. 3 cautions, first crescendo at lap 8. And the winner, not Robin. And he says any race that has Gary in it has to make for an early race caution. Oh, boy. Gabe Griffin coming on that 3rd lane, it looks like, back there. I think it's a little early to go 3 wide, though.
Yeah, it's a little early. Looks like he got a little bit of a run and just decided to go and hang out there.
I do see Robin back on the high lane a little bit. I kind of want to go, we're going to go cockpit for a minute. Or actually, we'll go off the roll bar with Michael Ziegler here. I mean, you can see how tight these guys are. That and how rough it is. That car is just bouncing around a little bit. You hear him breathe that throttle. Try to keep it as straight as possible without running over the guy in front of you. But that's a view from the middle of the pack right now. Rob Collier leads on the outside, but for how long, I don't know. If there's one guy that knows his way around a super speedway, we've said it all season, it's Rob.
Never count Rob Collier out.
I would definitely say not.
I've been saying that all season so far, and he has yet to prove me wrong.
Him and Clint are hooked up right now. Diggs said he's happy in the chat that we haven't gotten a caution yet.
Well, we're 6 laps in.
For those that don't follow along very often, Diggs is our general caution man, and he counts them up with shot glasses, so it's been a running joke as of late. Anthony English back to the lead with Dennis Daly pushing. Or no, I'm sorry, that's not Dennis. That's the 95 of James Mayer, my bad. We do have a 3 wide situation. It looks like Gabe and Clint on the high side.
Yeah, that's Clint. Kind of lodge up there on that top side.
They're actually moving pretty good together.
Yeah. Got that middle lane kind of door in there with the 95 of James Mayer, but they're keeping it pretty clean.
I was going to say, everybody keeping it fairly, like I said, cordial, clean. Matt Yost coming forward. His teammate Rob Collier leading the race right now. So I'm sure he wants to get back to him and start helping out his teammate there as he starts to move forward.
You know, Rob's in his ear telling him to get his butt back up there, so.
I heard somebody call for backing out. It sounded like the 38 and the 83 trying to get out of the middle lane and back it up a little bit, I believe.
Huh. A little bit of strategy, maybe?
Could be. Could be. It sounded like somebody might have doored somebody or something. I'm not real sure. Everybody
Sounds
rolling.
Like
Everybody rolling real well, though. I see Gary looking to come back towards Robin from the back a little bit. Diesel with the PSA in the chat. Anthony English continues to lead. Last week's winner, Mark Keedeman, sitting 7th right now.
Anthony English, Rob Collier, James Mayer, Dennis Daly, and James Pileski is your top 5. They're shifting around a lot, though. Got Gabe Griffin running out the top 5 now. He's really worked his way up here.
He definitely made that high lane work. Looked like him and Yost, and I can't remember who else was with him there, but they definitely were getting things moving.
Yeah. Matt Yost, mover of the race so far. He's got fastest lap and up 11 positions since he started.
Go to the blimp here for just a minute. Give you guys a little bit different look of what's going on around the track.
Hey, you guys get to see my view.
Everybody holding a really good line right now, though.
Anthony English and James Mayer are just checking out on this backstretch. Poloski pushing him on that bottom line entering into 3. Rob Collier is going to start making up a little bit of ground here. Let's see how far up he actually gets.
Yeah, I think that outside line kind of stalled when Dennis had to breathe for some air. He was up behind Rob for quite a while.
Yeah, once that car gets hot, you got to take that breath.
Look at back. You can see the back of the field starting to stretch out a little bit. Back, we'll move back so we can kind of point at Rob and get a little bit more of the field into the shot. But everybody just kind of riding, not really doing anything crazy at the moment. I'm not seeing a bunch of down through the middle 3 wide moves. There goes Gary on the high lane. As I say, nobody's doing anything crazy.
Thanks, Gary.
Oh, Mystery, I got you. Hold on a second. We'll go off the gearbox, and all you can see is the front of James Mayer's car. you can't see too much. Unfortunately, that's just the way the bumper mount goes. Ooh, 3 wide to back in front of Robin. They're gonna chill out, go back down to 2.
Chill out, guys. Still a lot of race left.
Smart move. Nope, we're gonna stay 3 wide for a second. Now, one thing that we could do, let's go off of, we'll go off the nose. Yeah, you can kind of see around. Not too crazy, though. It's the one thing I don't like about where the cameras are mounted on these cars.
Yeah, they're mounted in really weird spots.
Oh man, you could see some Doran going on here in the middle of the field. On board with TJ Floyd.
Line there.
Yeah.
TJ Floyd and
I can't tell who's in front of him. It looks like Michael Muncy in the 92. So
Yo running that top side.
I was gonna say him and Clint looks like they've hooked back up to try to go forward. Mystery, I can move them, but I try not to do them during broadcast just because it brings up a lot of things, puts things in the way, and we like to keep it clean. So Anthony English continues to lead. I'm just gonna go point in the middle of the field. So
Michael Muncy taking that Batmobile car up 20 positions since he has started the race.
Wow. Keep in mind, these are 65% fuel load.
Yep.
So I would think in the next 10 laps, the field has to pit.
Oh yeah. There's going to be a pit coming up soon.
Yeah, we'll see how this kind of flows out. We might even see some guys come early, so that way they don't, they can kind of get out of the pack and not wind up in a possible wreck, anything of that nature. So, we could. I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna go off the nose of Robin's car. You'll see a little bit more off the nose of her car. You could definitely see the speed. You kind of feel it a little bit, and you can hear she's not fully into it either.
No, she's feathering that.
I do believe my wife might have listened to me.
Let's go, Robin.
Anthony English leading on the bottom lane. That's Rob Collier in the middle. Matt Yost leading the high lane. Seeing more cars start to join that group on the top. Now that's one thing a lot of guys don't think about when you're picking lanes around this place. And I experienced it a little bit this week or last week in the Gen 4 car. If you pin it to the yellow all the way around, you will lose speed coming off the corner. Whereas if you drift up about a half a lane on the backstretch, you'll actually carry more speed, and then it sets you up for the corner better on the bottom. But the top lane is definitely going to be able to run a little bit freer because you're not running as tight of an arc.
I was definitely noticing that when I was doing my runs here in the Gen 4 car.
It's kind of weird to think of it that way, but it definitely affects it.
Oh yeah.
Now
it'll throw the whole car off.
Oh, 100%. Now, English and Collier have been out front of their two respective lines for the most amount of time. Anybody further back, they've been breathing kind of on and off the gas, saving some fuel. I would almost expect the top 4 or 5 to possibly pit earlier than everybody else.
That's a fair judgment.
Anthony English leading, James Mayer right behind him, and English starts to blink a little bit.
I noticed. Well, let's hope it was a one and done blink. His router had to sneeze.
That's a good one. I never thought of that.
You never know, man. Maybe they got to sneeze.
Man, Rob is really trying to get that top lane to clear that bottom lane, and they just can't do it. I figured at some point they would have got to run like they did in the Gen 4s and pulled ahead, but they're just not clearing them, which is kind of odd. So we're coming up to lap 20. I haven't heard anything over the radio yet about guys pitting.
A little bit of 3 wide going down that back stretch. Looked like Clint.
Trying to start moving up again, maybe?
A little bit. I don't think Gary was too happy about that move, though.
Yeah, somebody is not happy right now. I told you, guys, I think they're gonna at least make it to pit stops, like 25. If they go past 25, all I'm gonna say is props to them. Collier trying to fade back. I think he wants to try to get behind somebody, maybe try to save some fuel. Because he's dropping off the front of the pack pretty hard. I mean, even if you can save, you know, lap or two, if this stays green, it might be for the best. Collier going to slot into the bottom lane. Ooh, the top lane gets real close to the bottom right there. As they both, or they wind up kind of filing out and running smooth, but that looked awfully close for a moment. Come on, I just need you guys to hold around for about 4 more laps, and then my prediction is correct.
It's all about the prediction, right?
I got to be right about something tonight. Anthony English. Yeah, I was gonna say, was that just me, or did you notice that too?
I got it too. He always blinks at that same one spot.
I mean, if it's consistent, you know, okay, cool. But it's when it gets erratic, like we've seen, makes things a little bit harder. Stoku, you're not wrong. If you don't have a drafting partner, you're SOL. Ooh, whoa! Oh, there it is.
There they
There
go.
it is. Oh, they saved it.
You saved it.
They kept it clean. I think Mark tried to fit it into a hole that didn't necessarily exist. But everybody's safe right now. And it doesn't look like anybody got any damage out of that, so 2 more laps and then I'm correct. Uh-oh, Gary looked like he almost got stuck 3 wide there for a second. Everybody gathering it back up, though. We're starting to catch back into the lead pack. Dennis on the high lane with, I think, Clint. Dennis, was that Dennis? No, that was the 95 of James Mayer. Dennis is actually in 2nd place, so... Sorry, guys, they didn't come up with a big enough crash yet, because that would have been a field killer.
Close,
Clint's trying to solo draft his way to the front. That's letting Dennis and James Pileski kind of separate a little bit from the group, but obviously we know if they go back down to single file, then they'll just they'll just catch right up there.
Oh, Gabe announcing his pit stop. Double D announcing his pit stop.
It sounds like the entire Stevens Motorsports team announcing their pit stop.
Yeah.
So you're going to have 2 at the front, 2 at the back. Down pit road they go. Got a few other takers, so that's going to be good for the back too. We got the 48, the 11, the 42. We'll go back to the front. So TJ Floyd, your leader at the moment. He's up 21 spots.
Killing it, man. Killing it. It's all that Mountain Dew he's jacked up on.
Mm-hmm. So Robin, Dennis, Gabe, and Gary should be leaving pit road as we speak, along with the rest of them. So we had Dennis Daly, Roy Grand, Gabe Griffin, Bob Leclerc, Robin Stevens, Gary Underwood, or Gary Freeman, Jason Stevenson and Luke Underwood all pitting in that first group. We've now got our next group down on pit road. I'll have those names for you here in just a minute as they enter. Looks like Rob Collier, Clint Econolodge, Matt Yost, Jeremy Reed, and Michael Muncy all pitting together. So theoretically, if the Stevens Motorsports group gets together, we could see them in the lead by the time it cycles out. You just don't want to get caught with your pants down right now and go a lap down.
Yep. Let's see how this goes for him.
I imagine we'll see a couple more cars come in the next lap. I'm listening for call outs. TJ Floyd down to the bottom is going to put Mark Mann to the lead. We got a big group coming this time.
Big.
Looks like Gabe Griffin had to come back down pit road. I don't know if he got a speeding penalty.
Mark Mann, Andrew Schroeder, Rick Sebring, Joe Thompson, and Taylor Laskowski are now rounding out your top 5.
So
this top 4 group right here still needs to pit.
Group that pitted: Anthony English, Rick Sanchez, James Mayer, James Pileski, Mark Keedeman Jr., Brian Wickham, Trey Ashworth, TJ Floyd, Jeff Pete, Michael Ziegler in that group. They should be rolling off a pit road right now. We got everybody else from the lead group coming in. So that puts Mark Mann, Andrew Schroeder, Rick Seabrands, Joe Thompson, Taylor Laskowski, Kevin West, Adam Kolakowski, Wesley Hogue on pit road. That's going to make your theoretical leader, James Pileski. Actually, that's going to put TJ Floyd to the lead as he powers to the front there. I know that the guys in the second pack want to see this 2x2 and 3x3. That's really going to slow the pack down. We've got the 32 of Bob, or I'm sorry. Who is actually at the front of this? Jason Stevenson. These guys need to single file up, or they are going to be way, way down at the end of this race. Like they've got to get figured out here and get moving, or that lead group is going to get away from them. Somehow I've got Mark Mann out in front of these guys at the moment.
What mine's showing.
I wonder if we're seeing a scoring issue.
I think it'll even itself back out here.
Yeah, we'll
I don't know.
check.
I'm seeing a lot of names.
We got another car coming down pit road. That was Mark Keedeman Jr. I don't know if he got a speeding penalty there.
I think he said it was an unsafe exit or entry or something.
Mark Mann is your leader.
Wow, TJ Floyd with a run coming off that top line.
Yeah, and TJ's back to the lead. We're going to come back here and look at the group. This group needs to get it figured out and not side by side. They're losing gobs over this 3-wide group up front. Oh, they might not need that. They saved it.
Nice.
James Pileski still leads. Rob Collier with a giant dent in the back of his car. Matt Yost getting a little slow off of turn 3. Pileski leads. These guys are all 2x2. We'll see if these guys have singled out. They need Geary to drop in. Otherwise, again, they're going to go nowhere. Back to the battle for the lead. Pileski and Floyd side by side off of 2. Pileski on the top lane. That's Trey Ashworth and that Dale Jr.-esque car behind him. Mark Keteman on the backstretch, you can see him there. He definitely needs a caution bad to get back in it. We'll jump in with Dennis Daly here for just a minute. We'll go off that gyro cam. And you can really see, yeah, you can see the damage to the back of Rob Collier's car.
Oh, wow.
That's really going to affect if he tries to go out front. But as long as he stays in the draft, he should be all right. You really see the banking in this car.
Oh, I love the gyro cam banking.
It's very cool. I really like it.
Gives you a really good idea of what the banking actually looks like.
Oh yeah, I don't think that the camera does it justice, to be quite honest.
Oh no, not if you, especially if you've seen it in real life.
Yeah. All right. They continue to run 2x2. Have these guys figured it out yet? Kind of.
Great.
We're gonna check.
A little loose there.
We're gonna check our delta, and we're gonna go this direction with it.
I think these guys might have these cars figured out.
They might. The gap is still growing for this group. They need to get all in line, and having that one car hang off the back to the outside is not helping them. So we'll keep an eye on that delta time as the race goes. So we had our first set of cautions, what, about lap 25?
Roughly.
So theoretically, we should see cautions again right around lap 50. So we may see some guys try to tuck and save extra fuel. It's going to be very, very close on the fuel situation there. Yes, pit stops. Thank you. Thinking about somebody needing a caution. Thank you for the clarification and reminder. Pileski continues to lead. I swear, man, it's like some days I don't get enough sleep.
Yep, I know the feeling.
Collier on the high lane. We only got about 5 cars up there. He's got Double D with him and Clint Econolodge. Man, they're giving a lot of room. I'm actually really pumped for these guys. So definitely a switch from what we've seen. Check on this group again. The gap keeps growing considerably. We're up to 9.6. So you've got Jason Stevenson, Luke Underwood, Gary Freeman, Bob Leclerc, Michael Muncie, Jeremy Reed, Robin Stevens, and Bryant Wickham in this group. Back to the front we go.
Three wide for the
lead. Holy cow. We look away for a second. Rob's down on the bottom now. We're 3 wide. Anything can happen at this point. So maybe they'll get that caution they've been looking for.
They're pushing for one, for sure.
3 wide still down the back stretch. Trey Ashworth going to find himself at the back of this line, which not the worst thing in the world.
I don't think so.
Like I said, you save some fuel, keep things rolling. I'm going to hide this so it's out of the way. James Pileski, your leader at the moment. We'll see if he drops it down in front of Rob. I think Dennis wanted to be with Rob, and now they're split up. So
Dennis still giving James a big old push.
Yep. I got to look at James's car a little bit closer and let the folks at home see it. I really like the color scheme on this.
Oh, I love this.
A really sweet looking car. So
And the
I
fact that
gotta,
he made a truck to match.
yeah, I got to give that car some love. I love the contrasting colors, but. So we've got Gabe Griffin up in this group as a lap down car. He's looking to hopefully get his lap back, obviously. Man, I'm starting to wonder if people didn't listen to Wes's warning about the rules just to make sure that they didn't cause a caution today.
Yeah, this is this is crazy. 37 laps. We've only had the one call.
Yeah, we might see 2 green flag stops. At this point, my prediction's blown out of the water.
Same.
And we're 3 wide back here in this group. So they're just going to continue to lose time in that second group.
Come on, second group. Get your stuff together. We got to go.
Back to the front we go. Mark Keteman Jr. going to hold the wall. Hopefully he can grab onto the back of this pack and stay on, tail end of the lead lap or however close. Chelsea, we have not had a caution yet. Just green flag pit stops, which another round is slowly approaching.
I did the same thing you did. I said cautions, the pit stops.
I mean, we're slowly creeping in on it, though. Scott, no, they have not closed the gap at all. So hopefully they can get off or get onto pit road, get off of pit road, and do it clean and start catching forward instead of drifting back. Or they got to hope for a caution.
Oh, you got a caution.
What's the caution? Robin was in it.
Uh-oh.
We're going to go back and see what happened.
No.
We're going to roll this back just a little bit. We'll go to the blimp. Oh, the 94 just got loose out of nowhere. I don't even think Robin touched him.
Didn't. No, he just got loose.
Or he turns down thinking that maybe the opening's clear. No, that car just went around on him.
Yeah. That's wild.
And then he tries to keep it off. And unfortunately, at that point, he lost too much speed. Robin getting into the wall, but for the most part, clean. I see Gary's loose. Trying to save it.
Okay.
I think Gary keeps it off the wall. It seems Robin Robin had to tow. So that's going to put her a lap or 2 down. That is not what she was hoping to see. But that looked like a racing incident to me with what happened there. And
Yeah,
I can't explain what happened. Gabe Griffin staying out here. Mark Keteman as well. Mark hoping to get that wave around. He's going to have to hope for a very early caution. Gabe's your lucky dog. Brian Wickham stays out. I mean, Scott, maybe, but it didn't even really look like there was a neck coat. It looked like he just kind of turned down and it snapped after he tried to correct it. All right, I am going to step away for just a quick second since we're under caution, and we'll get ready to call the next 40 laps.
All right. All right, guys. After this caution, as of right now, it looks like your top 10 are going to be Brian Wickham, James Pileski, Roy Grand, Dennis Daly, Clint Econolodge, Kevin West, Brandon Elvis, Anthony English, TJ Floyd, and Trey Ashworth. Kevin West, sitting in 6th, moved up 20 positions since he started, doing absolutely fantastic. So are we enjoying ourselves, chat? Are we having a good race? Because I think this race has been fantastic so far. We went 38 laps, I want to say 36 laps ish, caution free.
38 laps caution free.
38 caution free laps,
which is a big turnaround from what we've seen the last few weeks with the league. So
right.
The 94 getting out just in front of the leaders. Mark Keedeman getting the wave around there. Robin's rolling. I think she might have only went down maybe a lap.
She is currently down 1 lap, yeah.
So her and Matt Yost both a lap down. Sounds like somebody got exiting closed pits, maybe?
I think it was entering. I think he might have entered in a lap too early.
All right, so James Pileski on the low side. We got Roy Grand on the high side. Double D's sitting inside second row. Clint Econolodge going to start on the outside. Trailer Park Dude up there now. He's up 21. See if he can get a win tonight. A lot of guys up a lot of positions right now. I know Matt, Robin, Jeremy all hoping for a caution pretty quickly. So do we think they can go caution free to the end? I mean, they went this far.
Anything is possible, but here's the thing. Cautions cause cautions.
Well, they do. Cautions breed cautions. That is for sure.
So I'm, hopes are a little high. I hope there's another caution so Robin can get her lap back, but
I mean, hopefully hopefully it's a simple one and everybody kind of stays in it. That's what you kind of hope for if you get a caution, but
right.
All right, we're gonna hit the restart zone. James Pileski gonna fire this thing off. We're going.
Oh, and he took his restart.
Yeah, he did. Good jump out of him and Dennis. Put a little gap on Trailer Park Dude there.
Tell you what, Dennis knows what he's doing when it comes to pushing. Dennis was pushing me to a victory on Sunday, and I'll tell you what, it's really nice having him behind you pushing on you.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Unless you get me and him in a chat together, and then it gets a little stupid, but
I'm used to you guys by now.
Right?
Roy Grant on that top side getting pushed by Clint Econolodge. You just didn't really have enough. So you got James Pileski and Double D on that bottom line. They're just working their way through. Looks like you got Trailer Park Dude on that bottom line with TJ Floyd. They're going to be working a push here because they go down and across start-finish line.
I see Ziegler popping through on the high lane in the 0-5. Trey Ashworth kind of bobbled there in 3 and 4. Looked like he wanted to go into the bottom lane and then hesitated. So
I think this top line can get themselves put together here.
Right. I think now you're going to start to see guys on the move more.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, I think you're going to see some more 3 wide. I think you're going to see some more close calls.
I'm already seeing some blocking out of Clint Econolodge, and they're into each other. The 54 goes down.
They catch it.
There's the caution.
I'll have to come back and see where that threw that. I'm not sure. Not sure what. We're going to go quarter chase. Oh, the 45 got turned. It was a real tight deal. Robin making it through. I don't know if that's going to give her the lucky dog, though, because I thought I saw contact at the time of caution.
Who's that up there?
So they're going to do
like
they're going to do a short caution here. Who just called for lucky dog?
Yeah, I would say that was a racing incident. What do you think?
I would have said the same thing as well. I think you know, race control's making a solid call there. Okay, so it looks like I think we had the 94. So that puts Jeremy Reed back on the lead lap. All right, so I'm waiting for the lights on the pace car to go out because there should be a quickie caution. At least I believe. Yep, lights on the pace car are off. All right, so we are back 2x2. James Pileski on the front of the inside lane, Double D on the front of the outside lane. All right. We got some guys still falling into place here. Robin's staying on the high lane. I think she's got to let somebody else go by, maybe. But pace car is off. We're going to get this thing started again. Green flags in the air.
Taking his run.
He just jumped right up in front of Dennis. I think he wanted to be able to have somebody just Kyle Bushed the field. I think it was Mark Keedeman Jr. Maybe I'm wrong.
It sounded like somebody yelled something.
Yep, somebody around the outside. I think that was Mark. Yep, Mark's all the way up to like 10th off of that restart.
DJ Floyd's pushing on that top line trailer park, dude. James Pileski and Double D on that bottom line as we're crossing through the triangle.
I'm kind of watching everything that's going on right now. Eventually, I give it about another lap. These guys should all bunch back up together.
That top line's already moving in on Trailer Park Dude.
Yep. Ziegler right behind him. Yost, Gary Freeman. Trying to see who else is in that lane. The 42, I believe that's Bob Leclerc. And the 2 car, Mark Keedeman. Robin drifting all the way to the back. I see that pink car back there. Still 2x2 as we go back across the start-finish line area. Outside lane trying to make a run. Kevin West giving some decent shots to the back of TJ Floyd there.
It's actually a really big run for Kevin West right there. Just didn't really go anywhere down that.
I just think that Dennis is just able to kind of stay right where he needs to be to not necessarily bump draft or bubble push. And I think that's why the bottom lane is staying as well as it is out in front. I don't think you have to, it's not like the Gen 4 car where you really got to bang on the back bumper to get it moving. They're able to just kind of ride, maintain. We've still got, one more pit cycle in here somewhere. So that'll be a thing. But so I don't know if Dennis is trying to kind of manage some fuel at the same time that he's kind of keeping things up front, but I don't see him, bopping the bumper on that 93 car.
I think if he's smart, I think if Double D's smart, he tries to save.
Oh, there's a spinner in the back. It stays green. Jason Stevenson going for a ride there. I figured that would have pulled the caution. I mean, he was sideways in front of somebody.
Interesting rules are play here.
Let's check our weather. I'm curious about something. It's still 78 degrees, so it's 135 on the track. So not much of a change. I'm starting to see some guys really walking the corners now. And I don't know if that's because of the rubber getting laid down or what. Mark Keedeman's up the track.
Ashworth getting a little loose, touching that apron.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if this is an issue of heat, if this is an issue of rubber on the track, but the car definitely is walking around a lot more, it seems like.
It is. It's starting to burn in, I think. And I think the drivers are starting to get a little bit more heated. You got Matt Yost starting up that third line with Gary as they round into 3.
Gabe Griffin going to try and go up there as well.
I think you're going to start seeing, the track's hot, the tempers are starting to get hot. The fatigue that I talk about all the time in some of these races. Trailer Park Dude taking that top line. James Pileski, TJ Floyd, and Trailer Park Dude Kevin West is going to be 3 wide across the strip.
It seems to have caused the 2 outside lanes to stack up a little bit. Pileski edging out the bottom lane, but now they're starting to come back. Ooh, Gary in the wall hard. He keeps it up there. That looked like it just got loose.
Yeah.
Oh! I just saw Gary get partially turned. I don't know if it looks like he caught it.
No caution.
No caution at all. Still green. That's not what Robin wants to see. She needs one more spot to pull off a lucky dog. So she's got to get around the 59 of Brian Wickham.
Temper's flying in the chat.
I hear
Or
that.
in the radio.
Hey, is Gary able to hold on to the draft with that damage?
I really don't think so.
Yeah, you can tell the tempers are starting to flare a
rise.
little bit.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. Robin getting put in the middle of 3 wide here. I'm sure she doesn't like that. Matt Yost getting a run in this tri-oval going around Robin and Brian.
3 wide into turn 1, almost 4. Ziegler throwing a little bit of an aero block on Yost.
Just letting him know he sees him.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. Stay there.
Yost back to the 3rd lane again.
Pushing Matt up against the wall, coming into 3.
Pileski continues to lead. Dennis Daly continues to push. These two working together pretty good. Roy Grand sneaking up into the picture again as well. Ziegler looking for a way possibly around TJ Floyd on that high lane. I'm waiting for a slip up by one of these guys at the front again. We saw it during the first run. They caught it. Oh, Wickham up the track.
Oh, touching quarters with Robin.
He's pinching tight. Oh, Wickham hard into the wall. That's going to cause a caution. All right, we got to wait for that to catch up. We're going to back this up.
Ooh.
And we're going to go from the blimp because it gives us our best view. Robin's underneath him, stuck in the middle. She's holding the lane. Yeah, he just pinches tight to her off the corner. Goes up. I mean, Robin comes off the gas to try to avoid him. And then he's into the outside wall there. And then that's all she wrote.
Yeah. Looked like he just came down a little bit on her nose and
Yeah.
Kind of bobbled it.
I mean, I don't think anything intentional there. I think it was he went high, and as we've seen with these cars, if they for whatever reason, you know, they once you move out of line, that other car that's behind you is just there. There's nothing you could do about it.
Yeah, there's just absolutely. All right.
We got everybody coming down pit road. Robin gonna stay out here. So it looks like Matt Yost. Nope, he's not your lucky dog. I think they both. Nope, yep, Matt's gonna be your lucky dog. So Robin gonna try and get a wave around here, hope for an early caution. James Pileski gonna be your leader off of pit road. Him and Dennis Daly getting a little separated there. Got a few guys still waiting to come off of pit road. Looks like Matt Yost, Gary Freeman, Michael Muncy still sitting there. All right, Robin should get the wave around here as long as she stays out. I think these guys have done a really good job tonight making sure that they're not running people over for the most part, keeping it clean. Everything going quite well for everybody.
I think it's been a pretty good race.
I think we've only got... Actually, all the cars that have been involved in cautions are still in it. You've got the 59 of Brian Wickham, who was just involved in that last caution. He's still in it, a lap down. Jason Stevenson, the 17 car that went for a ride earlier without the caution, he's still in it. He pitted after he went sliding, probably taking fuel and everything. So... yeah, everybody's still in the race.
Robin getting her lap back.
Yep. Got the wave around there. So you've got Pileski to the inside, Floyd to the outside. So Double D's going to be pushing somebody else this time.
All right, as we're coming into 3, James Pileski is your leader. TJ Floyd second. Anthony English in... Oh, well, they're skipping around. Hang on. There we go. James Pileski is your leader. TJ Floyd, Dennis Daly, Anthony English, Rick Sanchez, Joe Thompson, Jeff Pete, Bob Leclerc, Mark Mann, and Rob Collier are your top 10 for this restart.
And Rob's got all of his damage fixed now, so...
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be a little bit happier about that. All right, pace car's off. As long as we go another 5 laps before another caution, it'll be full length. But if it's before that, it'll be a quick yellow and we'll get back going.
Punch up, boys, punch up.
Green flags in the
And
air.
we're off. James Pileski getting a huge start off that, immediately moving up in front of TJ, and I think they're wanting to boogie on out of here. Double D and Clint Econo, or Anthony English.
His and Clint's cars look pretty close. I almost made that mistake earlier. They're going to leave TJ Floyd out to dry.
Do have the 5 car of Rick Sanchez on that top line. Anthony English switching over to that top line on the backstretch. Dennis Daly now pushing the guy that he wanted to push. TJ Floyd giving a really big and brave bump to Anthony English coming into 3 here.
Almost looked like English got a little loose there on the high lane.
That was a hard push on that top line.
English getting a little loose again.
Oh, and I also worry about English blinking, you know, one blink at the wrong time, and TJ's in trouble.
That's exactly what I was thinking as well. Still 2x2. I see a lot of guys. There's guys peeking 3. Here goes Rob Collier, 3 wide.
Nobody went with him, though.
Nope, no help. He's going to have to side draft to hang on. I think, though, if you put yourself out there, after a while, some guys get a little antsy in the pantsy, and the next thing you know, we're rocking 3 wide around this place. I mean, Dega's big enough. You're 4 lanes wide almost.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the patience here. You make that call, you got to hope that somebody makes it with you.
Right.
Looks like Rob Collier is just straight up getting left to dry and sent to the back of the pack. Sorry, buddy.
He's getting hosed.
Anthony English is still your leader. James Pileski side by side, taking the lead from him, coming out of 1 into 2. That bottom line just moves through these turns just a little bit better until you get that run. Then that top line's going to come right back. It's such a yo-yo.
Rob settled in the back of the pack, got the draft. Now he's going back forward. This time he's got help.
Never count Rob Collier out.
I see the spree car behind Rob. The 11 of Roy Grand, kind of peeking like he wanted to get up in front of Rob, but I don't think he wants to yet. I think he wants Rob a little bit closer.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh, they door in the front. That was Dennis and TJ. I don't know if TJ got loose. Again, I'm starting to see weird things with this car. The car just kind of almost acting like an 87 with 30 degrees of spoiler. That's going to put Rick Sanchez to the outside.
Rick Sanchez getting help from it's the Rick and Rick show. It's Rick Sanchez being pushed by Rick Seabrands.
Seabrand's trying to get some air, not necessarily trying to take it 4 wide. But yeah, the whole field's going to go 3 wide, and this could give us one interesting show if things go wrong. When you get to this point, it's like playing chess at high speed while tap dancing on a landmine.
Absolutely. Got less than 20 laps left. I think this is when you're going to start seeing everything show. Rick Sanchez on that top line taking a peek at Anthony.
I see Robin just hanging at the back. In case things pop off, she's going to probably slam the brakes.
Oh, very smart of her. I think, honestly, she's in one of the best spots.
The front
here
3 getting tighter and tighter as we go down into 3. Pileski still leads on the bottom lane. Oh, there's somebody. There's a door in the middle of the... They hold on to it. Still 3 by 3. I'm just waiting to see the wrong movement out of somebody. Somebody not turning at the right time. I mean, anything's possible. This feels like a draft master's lobby at this point.
That's what it's starting to look like.
Well, we got 18 to go. I know Robin's probably hoping for somebody to make a wrong move soon because she's on the edge of needing to pit.
Just get back on the lead lap and then you have to pit for a green flag pit stop. Oh, it's rough.
That's the tough part with low fuel amounts in these cars. What's going on, Keith? Keith's here. Keith's in the chat, everybody.
Hey, Keith.
I see a lot of shuffling in the middle of that pack.
We're getting argy-bargy starting to move around, getting a little bit of blinking going on here, too, from a couple of drivers. It's going to make it, this top pack, really interesting.
16 laps to go. Still 3 wide.
Think anybody's told him that this looks cool yet?
It looks absolutely cool. Don't get me wrong there. I don't think anybody, I haven't heard anybody on the radio since we went 3 wide, so maybe
a lot of concentration happening.
Yes, I think very much so. Pileski continues to lead. 15 laps to go. There's a couple of guys starting to get that fatigue set, and I see them drifting. I just kind of keep... Ooh, the 8 car in the middle of the pack gets a little loose. Rick Sanchez still trying to lead that top lane to victory, but just nobody close enough at the moment. I'm waiting to see the first 4-wide mistake because you know it's going to happen.
Oh, you know it's going to happen. I keep thinking that Mark Mann's going to take that Batmobile car up 4 wide, but I think he's just reaching for some air.
Yeah, I don't know if he's looking for air or if he's trying to go 4. I mean, if you're going to do it through the trial, it's going to be about this. Oh, somebody into the wall hard in the back. I'm not sure who that was.
Oh, it sounds like it was Gary.
Yep, Gary's tire is pushed in by a mile. Go back to the front we go. Oh, they are looking 4 wide. 14 laps to go. We'll have 13 at the line. Do you think we go green to the end?
I think that's what they're gonna do.
Man, I don't know. We saw Gary go flipping out into the wall.
It just depends on how argy-bargy these guys get.
Anthony English out by himself in front. We're starting to see some gaps open up, and you know guys are going to fill those slots. The top lane seems to have just kind of stalled. They can't get it going. Who's going to make the move?
Middle car, that Bob Leclerc's middle car there, he's getting a little wiggly here in the middle.
I see that. Rick Sebrands keeps peeking it out there. I think he's still just trying to get some air so the car doesn't blow up. It's really tough when you're 3 wide. There's not a lot of room to move. Pileski looking around Anthony English. He's going to go to the middle lane.
James Pileski getting a run coming out of 2 down the back stretch. He is going to...
Oh, the leaders start to get loose. Dennis with a bad bump to Anthony English there.
We're going to put Rick Sanchez... Oh, getting really loose!
I don't know if that was a netcode deal. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
I'm seeing Doran. I'm seeing people getting all sorts of crazy.
Get the elbows out, boys.
How long does it last? 11 laps to go. You're turning up the heat on the dancing chicken now. Pileski back to the lead. Sanchez trying to pull ahead.
TJ Floyd giving better bumps than Anthony English here on that bottom line, allowing for Rick Sanchez to get up a little bit closer.
Dude, I'm all nerved up just watching this.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm sweating just thinking about it.
I'm looking all over. Anthony English goes to the middle. That's going to let that... Oh, English with a... getting a little sideways off the nose of Rick Sanchez. Able to save it, though. Some solid driving.
Anthony English during the car of TJ Floyd here, and Bob
we
Leclerc.
got a couple of the wall. Matt Yost was sideways. Oh, and the spree car's around. He's into the wall hard. They're wrecking on the backstretch. Caution's out.
Easy, boys. Easy, easy, easy.
I gotta scroll all the way through to find this.
Tempers fly.
I was gonna say I hear some heat. That was the spree car of Adam Kolakowski. We'll go from a different angle. Go TV1. He goes high. Gabe Griffin fills the spot. Gabe comes up, gets him in the quarter panel. He hits the outside wall. And then Trailer Park Dude gets spun off of the Raptor car. Ooh, Kevin West is going to get the wall. Yep, Kevin West got the wall. And then the spree car hits the wall. So, and here's something that's wild. Gary Freeman. Oh, never mind. I lied. So you still got Brian Wickham and Jason Stevenson a lap down, as well as Gary Freeman. Gary needs a lap. So, and Gary pitted early to get the fast repair. If he was smart, he saved enough fuel he could stay out. Although I don't know if any of these guys can make it to the end.
That's crazy.
Apparently Robin has enough fuel to make the end. Hopefully JD's watching. I got a lot of questions because she didn't pit. Or wait. Did we? No, she hasn't pitted, or did we get a caution? I don't know. I'm losing my mind.
But she probably got enough fuel when she did that last pit stop.
Could be.
Probably topped herself off a little bit, and then
I didn't know if we'd gotten a caution since she took that wave around. I think we did.
You know.
That's why I was wondering if she had enough fuel.
She's probably saving. I mean, she's in the back of that pack. She'd be smart if she was.
Yeah. I was gonna say, as long as she's got enough to go the distance. Obviously, if we get a green white checker, I don't think a lot of these guys are gonna have enough fuel to go the distance, but I think if we get one more caution, it looks like it's gonna come close. I think you're gonna see a lot of guys pit.
Oh yeah. Rick Sanchez, or well, I gotta get this thing up my screen. Oh, there we go. James Pileski, Rick Sanchez, Dennis Daly, DJ Floyd, Joe Thompson, Bob Leclerc, Anthony English, Jeff Pete, Rick Seabrands, and Roy Grand are going to be your top 10 for this restart. Temperatures are hot. Radios are hot. Tempers are hot. Yeah, Diggs. I think, honestly, with where she was sitting in that pack, with the draft that she had, I'm hoping that she was able to save enough, so...
Yeah, she was back far enough, so I think at this point it's go time. She's got to get moving.
But she's back on the lead lap. She's got herself a caution. Everything's grouped back up. I think this is good-looking runs for her. You know, she's got time. So...
All right, we're going to line up to get back green flag race, and we'll go green with 16 laps to go here. So, do we go to the end, green flag, or do we wind up using a GWC?
I think we're going to use a GWC. And I'm going to tell you why. Tempers have flared. And when tempers flare, and you're in those last few laps, it's all or nothing. It's go time.
That is true. That is true.
So I want to give them benefit. It's been a really nice, clean race so far. But I think it's go time.
To answer Eric's question, they're reluctantly crouched at the starting line engines thumping and pumping in time.
All right, pace car is leaving the track here. James Pileski is going to take everyone to the line. James Pileski has Dennis Daly right behind him. Let's see if they take advantage of this start and leave Rick Sanchez in the dust.
The green light flashes, the flags go down.
The flags go down, and Rick Sanchez and TJ Floyd getting a fantastic start.
Man, Dennis has got Pileski just moving every time we get going. So I figure give it about a lap. Everybody's going to start to come back together, and then we're going to really see what happens here.
Oh, yeah.
Bob Leclerc getting shoved by Anthony English there as they try to catch that front five. They've gotten to the back door of them. Do they go alone, or do they stay with the top lane here?
I think you stay in the top lane for right now. You got 5 to go. I think lap 2 is when you're going to start seeing the crazy moves.
With about 2 to go?
2 to go, yep.
I see the 11 of Roy Grand starting to go to the outside.
They're just by himself. Here's the interesting thing is Mike Ziegler going to follow in behind him. It doesn't look like it.
Nope, he's going to pinch the top lane. He's hoping for somebody to go. I see Rob Collier coming. Does he swing out there and try to get a third lane going? No, Roy Grant's still out there by himself. Pileski continues to lead. Rick Sanchez on the outside lane. Mark Keatum into the high side for a second. He thought better of it.
He went out there and said, you know what? Never mind.
Joe Thompson up in the mix in the 29 car. He's up. Joe Thompson up 22 positions so far.
Wow.
4 laps to go. Starting to see a 3 wide.
All right, this is where you're going to start seeing your moves.
Keaton trying to make it a little bit wider. Anthony English coming forward on a rocket ship.
Oh, the 19 getting bumped out.
Yep, he's back in. It was a good recovery.
That was a nice save.
Coming to 3 to go.
The 4 of Rick Seabrain's just all over the back of the 44 of Anthony English on that top side, pushing Anthony English across the line. Across the line, you're going to have James Pileski, Rick Sanchez, and Anthony English all pushing 3 wide across that line.
English
Anthony
drops it to the bottom.
Oh, that was so brave.
That's a ballsy move out of Anthony English there to drop it from the top to the bottom. Rick Sanchez has got the run.
Three wide as we enter 3. Getting a little.
We were 4 wide in the back.
Oh, James Pileski pushing Anthony English out and down. That'll throw a
caution out.
Oh. Pushed him just a little bit too hard.
We'll go from the blimp view. He bumps him. He's still on the corner of him. And yeah, just sends him right around.
Kind of just drove right through him there a little bit, to be honest with you.
Anthony English doing a damn good job of keeping it down, not letting it go up into the field. I want to see everybody getting straightened out up front. So,
what's your opinion of that?
Man, definitely it's a tough call.
It's an eyebrow moment right there.
I almost call it racing incident, but Yo, we're coming to the 2 to go. That's a tough one.
All right, I'm back.
Yep. All right. Well, take that back live. So James Pileski, your leader right now. Or actually, I'm sorry, Rick Sanchez, your leader. Sounds like Gary is getting your lucky dog here. All right. I think Gary's coming through. What else we got in the chat? All right. I'm listening to some of the voice chatter. Guys are definitely getting heated. I would expect a lot to happen in the next couple of laps on this restart. Aaron, we don't need a 5-wide restart. No, we're not doing 4.
No.
We're not doing 5. I don't even want to. I barely want to even see 2. All right. We should be lining up to go back green as we cross the line. Rick Sanchez will be your leader. James Pileski is going to be on the outside lane. Okay. Hopefully the radio chatter stops. It's almost hard to focus when with trying to catch up with what's going on at the moment. Okay, so Rick Sanchez is going to be your leader at the line. He will be in control as we get ready to go green here. We're going to have some guys trying to move forward about as fast and as hard as they can. Oh, there's talk of a mutiny of the pace car in the race or in my chat.
What do you guys got against the pace car?
Korn said that he's gonna try and take it. I don't know. You're gonna be a bunch of laps down. The pace car has hardly come out tonight. Now we are under a green-white checker situation. This is the first one. There are 2 more. Hopefully we don't have to use them. But let's get this thing settled, eh?
Hey, let's go.
So Sanchez, Pileski, Seabrands, Floyd, Mann, Daly, Leclerc, Thompson, Pete, Keteman. Your top 10. We're already green.
What?
I guess we.
Oh.
I thought there was.
Are you live?
I'm very live. They were green before they even hit the restart zone. That went green long before the restart zone happened.
Oh, there's a bunch of carnage on the backstretch right now.
Yellow flag's out. You got a car number?
I do. The 8, the 2.
Yep, I see it. I got it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, God. Oh, man, that's at least 2 cars out of it. Maybe even more. I got to go back and look at that again. I'm not really sure what happened. I think Trey Ashworth wound up a little bit higher and Keteman stayed the line. I think Ashworth tried to tuck in, but we're going to take a look at it from here.
Man, he just kind of turned him into the wall there.
Actually, Ashworth goes up, then you see Keteman go up just a little bit, and then that's when he came into the wall. But yeah, Ashworth get a hit head first into the wall. That's a hard hit. That's a very, very hard hit. Takes the 95 of James Mayer. He's up high. Somebody else gets into him here. The 48 car gets a little bit of a piece of it. The 11 gets all of the 95, like Babe Ruth connecting with a ball in the World Series. Quite a few cars involved in that. Yikes. That was a hard hit. I'm pretty sure somebody bent a steering wheel with as hard as they hit. I'm pretty sure that's going to take the 48, possibly the 95, and the 8 out of it. I'm pretty sure the 95 and the 8 had to tow. Check that really quick. Yeah, they're at least a lap down, almost 2. Andrew Schroeder a lap down now. 65% fuel corn, so there's some guys that may be close. I guess we will see. All right, so we're on GWC number 2. As we get ready to get back in line here in a second. There are a lot of guys clutching right now.
Oh, I'm sure. Conversation of fuel is definitely happening across the radio from these drivers. Rick Sanchez, James Pileski, Rick Seabrands, TJ Floyd, Mark Mann are going to be your top 5. Rick Seabrands is up 29 positions sitting in that 3rd spot. Got Mark Mann up 23 positions sitting in that 5th spot. And TJ Floyd sitting in that 4th spot. He's up 18 positions. All right. Who thinks we're going to be able to take this GWC? Where's Robin. Robin is currently sitting in 21st position. So
I think we might use the last one. Just a guess.
I think so. I think so.
I think there's a lot of guys trying to save some fuel right now.
There was, when you stepped away, there was starting to have conversations of clutching, of fuel levels, stuff like that. So I think it's starting to become a thing. I think these GWCs are going to
I
start
think you're
playing that
right.
fuel game.
I think you're right. We haven't seen anybody pit since the green flag caution, or that green flag run that ended with a caution with about 25 to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it can stretch the fuel, but restarts drag a lot out too.
It's going to be interesting. I think it's throwing a corkscrew in some of these strategies for some of these guys.
Man, Rick Seabrand's up 28.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, this has actually been a pretty good race. I've been pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it's been pretty chill for the most part. Like, props to these guys. They cleaned it up a ton from what we saw last week in the MX-5s, which to me was just a wild race. So All right,
your pace car is off.
and we're off. Gabe getting a good jump back there.
Gabe got a great jump, but he got boxed really hard by that 94 car. 54? 94?
I think it might have been the 92. 54 car.
Yeah, okay. That font's kind of hard to read.
I see the 29 coming on the outside, trying to get a third lane going. If we make it out of into the tri-oval, this is going to go green. You're going to see a lot of guys start shoving. Ooh,
James
Pulaski
Pulaski getting
loose.
forward.
They're going to hang on to it. This should be official from about this point. So you're going to see a lot of guys turn it up to eat. Rick Sanchez continues to lead. You pretty much got to take any run you could get at this point.
Oh, yeah, you got to go for it. It's time to go.
Pulaski coming fast on the high lane.
Oh, they're all
Pulaski
pushing the
even
pushers.
with him. Oh,
Dennis Daly
gets
going into
turned.
the 38.
Robin
Big
involved in
carnage.
a wreck in the turn 3. We're going to come back and look at that in a second. Sanchez leads. Ziegler behind, trying to look below.
James Pulaski, does he have enough?
Oh, Rick Sanchez gets
Oh!
loose. Pulaski
Pulaski
gets
and
down.
TJ across the line.
Who? How did
Rick
that
Sanchez,
finish?
TJ Floyd, James Pulaski, your top 3.
We're going to come back and look at that.
That was wild. I just want to
Cool.
point out, look in number 9 spot.
We're gonna look at a couple of things here. Into the tri-oval, Ziegler gets bumped or something. He winds up below the yellow. And I'm not sure where Rick gets loose. Oh, right there at the tip of the tri-oval. Seabrands gets into Pileski.
Oh, just barely touches him too.
And then Pileski doors TJ Floyd trying to collect it. He pulls a third place off out of it. I want to go back as well and look at where Dennis went for his ride. I don't know if he must have caught it because I don't see a wreck. We're going to look at Dennis. And yeah, just a bad bump. Dennis tries to catch it. Dennis catching it pretty good. We'll go to the blimp view. You can see him stacking up on the high lane. Man, it's just chaos all around her.
It really is.
The 83 car goes flying. I mean, does she drive out of this?
Yeah. Dude, she finished 9th.
Wow. Mark bounces off the side of her. and away she goes. Wow.
Fantastic job, Robin.
That's impressive.
Good job.
All right, we'll get the results up on screen here. Rick Sanchez going to come away with the win tonight. TJ Floyd going to bring it home second. James Pileski, after that wild ride through the tri-oval, takes third. Gabe Griffin with a good finish of fourth. Rick Seabrand's fifth. Michael Ziegler holds on for sixth. Joe Thompson seventh. Anthony English, after getting spun out of the lead, makes it all the way back up to eighth. Robin Stevens sits ninth. Brian Whitcomb 10th. Jeremy Reed, Rob Collier, Mark Mann, Mark Keteman, Brandon Elvis, Jeff Pete, Matt Yost, Michael Muncy, Luke Underwood, and Jason Stevenson going to be your top 20. A little bit further back, Clint Econolosh 21st. Dennis, after getting wrecked there, finishes 22nd. Gary Freeman 23rd. Taylor Laskowski 24th. Adam Kolakowski 25th. Wes Hogue Lasowski was the one that went flipping through the air. Wes Hogue finishing 26th. Kevin West, Trailer Park Dude, 27th, last on the lead lap. Bob Leclerc coming home 28th. Andrew Schroeder, Trey Ashworth, James Mayer, Roy Grand finishing out your field there. Thoughts on the race tonight?
I personally think the race went really well. I feel like the drivers really cleaned it up. The end race stuff, you know, that's what happens at the end of racing in a super speedway, especially Talladega. All in all, I think the race went really well. I honestly could have used another caution just for something to happen at a time, but
yeah,
fantastic.
Well,
how about you?
I think it went really, really well. We're going to talk to a couple of guys who I think also thought it went really, really well. I don't have your winner, Rick Sanchez, but we're going to go ahead and grab TJ Floyd here. We'll talk to him really fast. TJ, guys up in the booth, you got us?
Yeah, I got you.
All righty. Well, a wild finish there at the end. Obviously, you and James making contact, still making it through to pull off a second. Up 20 positions from start. We saw you rocket from the back early on, pretty much. Walk me through the night.
Yeah, I really just try to get my way up front. I can't figure out how to qualify well in super speedways for some reason. Some days I'll qualify first, the next time I'm 30th, and I just can't do well. So just try to get up in the front, miss all the wrecks. We raced really clean. I did a lot of pushing. I did a lot better pushing. People weren't pushing me as much. So I just kind of worked my way through the pack, went in the middle, went to the top, went to the bottom, made good moves, and tried to push James to the wind and just kind of got caught up at the end there.
I get you on the qualifying part. If it's not an 87 around here, I can't qualify worth a bean. So I feel you on that. But yeah, I mean, it looked like even with the track temp, the car for the most part early in the run looked stable. If you were kind of further back in the field, it looked like it got a little twitchy at times, but it looked like you could pretty much put the car anywhere.
Yeah, it was definitely loose when you're in traffic. I think that's why I wanted to move up to the front of the pack, just so I didn't get caught up in anything. I was actually getting hot water temps pushing, so I had to really monitor my temps, push 2 laps, kind of back off a lap, push 2 laps, back off.
Right.
So you could definitely tell when the third lane started to get formed was a lap I was holding back on.
Right. Well, I mean, it was a solid run tonight. Like you said, everybody did really well. And 20 positions up from where you started. That's pretty badass in my book. Anybody you want to shout out?
I just want to give a big shout out to the wife for letting me do this on Tuesday nights. Wes for putting on the league. You guys for doing the broadcast. Definitely appreciate it. And hopefully we can do it again next week.
All righty, buddy. Well, we'll hopefully talk to you again next week then.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Yep, you too. TJ Floyd, everybody. That was second place. We're going to go ahead. All righty. Yep, we'll grab James. It's the guys up at the booth. You got us?
What's up, fellas?
Man, that was a hell of a ride there at the end. Has the infield care center cleared you?
Yeah, well, I probably made some moves I shouldn't have made there. I don't know.
I mean, I saw the bump and I was like, oh shit, he's along for the ride. And then when you and TJ doored there, I thought, some more guys were going to pass you. You guys actually came off the wall together quite well.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, I guess. I don't know. I should have just followed TJ. He said he was going to work with me, and I just messed up there. I saw the first, the leader get loose, so I pinched the bottom guy, trying to side draft him and thinking we'd be good. And then we kind of got stuck together. I don't know exactly how that all went down. I got too close, apparently, and yeah, and it just was all bad from there. That sucks. But what are you gonna do? We led a lot of laps. They knew we were here. The car looked good. It's a pretty car. You guys like that, right?
I put it on stream. I really like it's like that perfect blend of a color clash, and I love it. There's something when you take a super bright color and something that doesn't necessarily belong with it, it just works.
That design originally was from an RC car. Well, sort of like a rough design of it was from the RC car. And Justin Brooks, dude, he's one of my longtime painters. My other guy, Justin Coleman, who was on our team, apparently doesn't want to race no more. And so I think he needs a break from iRacing. Once you get wrecked so many times, you need a break.
Yeah.
So this paint scheme is actually like my short track cars paint scheme. So he threw one together for this race in the trucks. So hopefully we can have some good runs with them. Wish I could have put it in victory lane today. We led a lot of laps. We did. I tried, but it gets wild at the end there. I was really close to running out of gas. I couldn't have made one more green white checker. I would have ran out. So.
I forgot to ask TJ. And I saw my wife sitting in the back. I don't think she took fuel after she took a wave around, so I'm curious to see what she has to say later. But I figured you guys were getting pretty close there at the end.
That last caution, I really didn't need that last green white checker. Like I was good, and then that whole every pace lap, I had my car off, turn it on, move it a little bit, shut it back off, and
yep.
I had like 0.3 when I crossed the line. So, hey, I didn't win it, but if we got another green, white checker, we wouldn't even got a top 10. So,
well,
it's been a rough year. It's either, run in the top 3 or get wrecked. I won, wrecked, second place, wrecked, then wrecked again. And now we finished third. So,
you got to take the good with the bad, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're up there every week, we just don't finish all the time. So,
yeah, it definitely happens from time to time, but I mean, solid third place on the night. Like I said, especially with the way that it kind of ended there. Anybody you want to shout out before I let you go?
Well, you know, I want to shout out you guys. You guys do an awesome job. I'm going to go back and watch this here probably as soon as I get off my computer. And because you guys do a great job and I love watching it. I want to thank Wes and Taylor or Tyler, I forget. We'll just say thanks, Wes, for putting this all together. You know, it's a fun idea, and some days are fun, some not so much. Today was a fun day, regardless where I ended up. I at least get to talk to you guys. I want to thank K-Cars Race Cars, Justin Brooks Designs for this beautiful paint scheme that I'll be running this week and next week. And yeah, I think that's about it, buddy.
All righty. Well, congrats on the 3rd place tonight, bud. We'll let you go, and hopefully we get to talk to you again next week.
I hope so.
All righty. James Pileski, everybody, that was your 3rd place finisher. I'm just going to make sure. Had to check the other waiting room really quick, but all in all, I'd say a solid night of racing. You know, tempers flared. It is Talladega. But we went for quite a ways green flag. So I got to give props to these guys for really cleaning it up compared to previous weeks.
Did a fantastic job. They really did.
They definitely did. So, but yeah, like I said, all in all, a great race tonight. Hard fought battle there at the end. So props to the top 3. And as far as the rest of the week for me is looking, if you want to follow along, I think we're going to do some streaming either tomorrow or Thursday. We'll be back here on Saturday night for the Sharon 250. You're not going to want to miss that. If you want to get signed up, let me know. Go over to ICW Gaming on YouTube. His Discord link is over there. That can get you into that race. Signups, I believe, and if Corn's in the chat, he can let me know if I'm wrong. Those will go until Saturday, so you could still get in, I think, up until about an hour before race time. So, you know, if weekend plans change, don't forget to get over there if you can make it in. But we'll be back at, I believe, about 8:30, 9 o'clock for that on Saturday, and then Sunday's up in the air still for fast car because I'm planning on doing some real motorcycle racing instead of doing some sim racing. So on that note, guys, I'm gonna let you guys get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your night. Say good night, RJ.
Good night, everybody. I hope everybody has a fantastic week.
And we will catch you all back here on Saturday night for sure. Have a good week, everybody.